Hello folks, we come to you on another hot summer day, and it's just going to be me again today. I'm going to do something a little bit different. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it today, and talk to you just a little bit about some different things. So since Matt and I have been married, we have lived in a variety of places. I don't even know if I could count how many places that we've had. First off, we started out, we lived with his aunt for, I think, a month and a half. I think it was like 6 weeks. And then we found an apartment, and we lived there for about a year. During that period of time, I found out I was pregnant with our firstborn, and the day that I had him in the hospital, the realtor called to have us set up a time to go close, and wanted to close that afternoon, but obviously we couldn't do it, so we had to wait a few days. So that was really interesting. And then we found a house, and we moved into that. During that period of time, we lived there for about a year and a half, and we so this is our fourth place. During that period of time, we had number 2, and so now we had a boy and a girl within a 15-month span. That was fun. More to come on that, I'm sure, in another vlog. And then when she was about, it was, I don't know, 9.5, 10 months old, I think it was, we ended up hitting some unfortunate financial circumstances. Due to that, we ended up moving halfway across the country to near my in-laws, and so we lived with them for a few weeks. I don't know that it was even a month. It might have been, but it was definitely a few weeks. So that's place number 5. And then we found an apartment, and so that's number 6. We lived there for a while. When my daughter was about 2 years old, I think it was right after her 2nd birthday, we found out that I was expecting number 3. So there is about 2 years and 9 months between number 2 and number 3. And since we found out we were pregnant again, we had to find a place that we could have a 3rd child in, because this was a 2-bedroom, and I think in most states anyways, you have to have 1 bedroom per gender, but no more than 2 per room when you're renting, if it's a company that you're renting from and not just a personal situation. And so we had to find another place. With that being said, trying to think now, where did we go from there? Oh, we ended up moving closer to the fairgrounds that were in town there. That was fine. I mean, literally, there was a fence dividing the trailer park we were in. The little street that we lived on was right along the fence to the fairgrounds. So when the fair started, they tied up the donkeys to that fence. That was fun. Every morning we woke up to the braying of the donkeys. So I found out then that I never want to have donkeys, or they have to be far out on the property, so I don't have to listen to them all the time. They're great animals, but they were just very loud very early in the morning. So that was then place number 7, where we had number 3 at. And that was actually a brand new home. That was, I love that place. It just, I don't remember what the situation was, but we ended up needing to move from that one to the sister trailer park. So like the owners own a couple different ones, which was actually better, because we went to a double wide then, and it used to be the old manager home, so it was a nice home. They had a pool there, and that could have been why we moved over there. So that was the number 8, and we lived there ended up getting pregnant, having number 4 while we were there. So we have had one child in each home, I think. So we had number 4 over there. Really needed to get out of that trailer park. There was a lot of things changing. It was a really bad situation coming up. And so we needed to get out of there. And we were finally able to find a house to rent. So house number 9 since we've been married, and this is in the first few years, I'm gonna say. So number 4 was born. There's 6 years between number 1 and number 4, so in 7 years we're on house number 9. And actually it'd be 8 years because he was almost 2 years old when we found this house to rent. And so we moved into there. That was great at first, and then that house, oh my goodness, there's so many stories with that house. We had a break-in while we were gone, and we had people trying to vandalize the home on the children's at the children's windows, and like throwing snowballs at him, throwing sticks at him and stuff, and it was just a really bad place. So as soon as we could, we ended up getting a dog for protection, which we've always had pets, so if anybody knows us, that can be a whole nother vlog, all the different pets that we've had. But we weren't supposed to have a dog, but they weren't doing anything to secure the house after the break-in, and we told them if they didn't do something that we needed to get a dog to protect us. We didn't have any other choice. We had 4 little kids in the house, and we had to take care of them. So we ended up getting a dog because they didn't do anything. They're very lazy landlords. We've not had good luck with landlords. And then, so we ended up buying a home an hour away. So this is house number 10. And number 4 was 3 years old at the time. And we lived there for 7.5 years. And we ended up having number 5 during the period of time we were there. And then up until 5 years ago, we moved back here to where we started out at when we first got married. And we actually moved in with my grandma for a few weeks, grandma and my parents, and so we could find a place. Couldn't find anything, so then we ended up living at a campground for about 3.5 months in tents. That was fun with 5 kids. It was great. The number 5 then was about 3 years old, or just shy of 3 years old at that time. Actually, I think she just turned 3. And so we lived there for 3.5 months, ended up finding a place to rent, a personal landlord, and so we moved in there with like a week to spare at the campground before they closed. So we were there like the whole summer. And so I believe this is number 13. So we've found a place to rent. Then things happened. The landlord passed away. The family was doing stuff. They ended up selling the house out from under us right before all this COVID stuff started. So we ended up moving in with some friends that offered to let us move in, and they're so gracious. I'm not going to name them here for their privacy, but it was so sweet to let them for them to allow us as a family to move in. During that period of time, our college daughter number 2 ended up coming back with us because of the COVID stuff, so she moved over there with us. And while we were there, we ended up getting a new home, and I'm going to go out and show you guys right now. Okay, do excuse the mess that is around it, but for the time being, I'm going to show you what we have been able to obtain. This is our new home. We're still on our friend's property, but probably not for much longer. We're getting the property we will be obtaining all fixed up and ready to go, so that we have electricity, water, and we have all the necessities needed. So so now I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a tour. I think this is our 15th home. It's been so crazy. So to get us started with, I'm going to start at one end. I just walked in the door, Excuse the messes, we're starting to kind of live in here. So this is the master bedroom area. We have a curtain here for privacy. We had to replace that whole corner over there on the outside because it had been leaking, and now we still have to replace the nightstand. So we got some stuff there that wouldn't normally be there. They'd be inside the nightstand. So we have that, and then right here in the bedroom area we have our bathroom, sink and vanity, and here is like the master wardrobe. And in here we have a bathroom. You don't want to see the bathroom. It's just a small bathroom. Actually, I'll show you real quick. Just a small bathroom and tub. Yes, we have our dirty clothes in there, because where else do you put a family size? In this wardrobe we have our coats, our dress clothes, and then our shoes all up here. You will notice that we have a lot of drawers and cabinets labeled, and that's because until we all get used to where everything is, that's what I'm putting there. And you're gonna probably hear the little ones in the background. Give me just this. So here we have the entertainment center, the video, and the girls, the kids' living space is there. We have some of the homeschooling stuff there. We have a quad bunk back here. Excuse the mess. It's, you know, kids living back here. So we have the 1, 2, 3, 4 bunks. Right now this one is just kind of for a little bit of storage. That's why it's not made. They have their own wardrobe. We have our homeschooling stuff up there. And then some of the extra stuff that we couldn't fit up there we have down over here. We store our vacuum there. Here's our pantry. And then here is our kitchen space, and then we're back to the front door. Have any of you guys ever done RV living? And if so, post, maybe give a quick story or a quick glimpse of how you guys liked it, or what you did or didn't like it, just for a little bit of support. I don't care, good, bad, otherwise. Maybe it's something that we need to make sure that we look out for, be prepared for, because we've never done this before, and we've never had an RV. We've never had more than 10, so this is all new to us. But it's kind of something we don't have a choice for right now. So it is what it is, and we're trying to make sure we have everything ready so that we can live properly on the property. Also, next vlog, I would love to be able to do a random Q&A with